Hello and welcome back to Control. In the last part, we had gotten the first on the scene trophy for completing a bureau alert researching major targets, one of the more fun ones and relatively straightforward ones, while I talk over Jesse's exposition. We also had completed on Major Quest Land the Old Boys Club, and now we are on Threshold for the story-based missions. We are not going to make very much progress in Threshold. As I had mentioned during the last part, I make an unfortunate turnaround from the Blackrock processing corridor, and that will cause forgetful players to miss the cues that ordinarily would be put there in case you should return to the area and not realize that it is a place that not only you haven't been to, but a place that you have the imperative still to explore. In this part, we're going to be doing a little more side questing too, but that's later.
All right then. I like that Jesse informs the player that Polaris is in fact its own entity.
Oh yeah, I mean we must draw attention to the elephant in the room that she's not talking to herself. She's talking to a presence in her head. She's made it known to everybody that Polaris is a being that follows her around and apparently talks back. But we can't hear what Polaris says. How?
Yeah, you're not supposed to throw explosives at your face, Mr. Cloud.
Run away. Run away. Oh god, there are no control points down here. That means that I can't recover my health in this area. That sucks. Well, better go back up the elevator.
Explosives at your own face.
Gee, I hope that this is not a place I have to come back to.
It is. Your mission says continue through Blackrock processing. It even says so up there.
All right. Well, let's do a little exposition here first. So I believe we are approaching Dr. Darling's lab now. Yep, Dr. Darling's office. Hey, my boy. We finally made it to
a budget request. Ooh.
Of course, it would be thrown on the ground. Budget.
I'm sure a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think of these additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Abraham Lewis.
Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel. All fuss, but no results. Parakinesthesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more useful research, more chairs flung against the wall, more fat people falling through partially sawed tables for the effect of creating destruction on camera.
Yeah, it's a stand-up comedy line.
What's the deal with airline peanuts?
Director Darling opened the door to an alternate dimension I've called Threshold. The Threshold emits a force that is far beyond the forces we previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key in all altered phenomenon? Altered world events, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common threshold that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the current frequency allow Gurdette to finish reading, the things past Cloud? Yeah.
It's okay. You got correct probably all but one of the omitted texts. Objects of power and their astral connections. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the Record Keeper trophy that was immediately unlocked upon getting a significant portion of the dialogue / collectible items thingies that are strewn about the game. And for commentary purposes, we will try reading, while Past Cloud has no idea how long it takes human beings in order to read text off of a screen, especially when they're sight reading. Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm, or even death if the user is not the director, or at least worthy of the role?
It's not that strange. I mean, it's effectively the Excalibur clause. Excalibur. We never finished Soul Eater, Mr. Cloud.
Knocking things off the wall. Excalibur.
Are you gonna collect the microscope or what?
I don't think that's a collectible. I think that's just a little thingy that will remind you that this is a silly physics game at times. However, there are no silly physics attached to this stepladder, which is ridiculous, I say. Look at how throwable this is. See, that's throwable. Oh, damn it. Oh, Jesus. Oh,
The
Dr.
astral
Darling is going to be...
plane.
You see, Dr. Darling is already drunk. Now he's going to be frustrated.
So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into the oldest house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through objects of power. I will attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully, the truth will emerge.
Why do objects of power transport users into the astral plane when touched? It is possible that they are port keys from the Harry Potter universe.
Oh, no, it's a Newton's cradle. Okay.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, that's
Newton's
a Newton's
cradle. Up, 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 back and forth. Bouncy balls. One is gold and four are silver. Why they're five, I can't tell.
It's because if you use any more than 5, you get too much entropy in order to have it be a sustained reaction. And if you use a 4, it ends up being a bit, it ends up going wildly out of its confines.
And let us also say for commentary purposes that an actual Newton's cradle would not be sustained for this long because of the decay of energy with the friction in air resistance. In a vacuum, it would last much longer. However, because we're in the Bureau of Control, magical fantasy land, yeah, that thing will just keep going as long as you haven't hit the square button prompt on your PS4 controller again. Two diametrically opposed attitudes. Smiley face, frowny face.
And neutral face.
Damn it. Now no face. Where the fuck did that fall from?
From the ceiling. The oldest house is still falling apart.
Oh, this oldest house needs a new foundation.
It doesn't
Needs a
need
new
new
roof.
foundation. It needs better bones.
Needs new shingles. New scaffolding. New wallpaper. And somebody's got to clean up whatever the fuck this glowing shit is on the ground. You think Swiffer is going to be your best friend? You need magic eraser, bleach, heavy-duty industrial strength cleansers, degreaser, oven cleaner.
Well,
A
this
trampoline?
stuff appears to be autumn embers. So more than likely, you can pick these up with your hands.
Stop looking at me, camera. I'm trying. There is definitely a way up there. Hang on.
Yes.
Alright, maybe over here. Yeah, I can reach that. Damn it, I couldn't reach it. Try hitting it from the side. The side is probably a platform you can use the grapple animation
so.
on. Yay! What's inside?
An intrusive pattern. Bleh.
Intruding on my good times. Oh, what is this now?
This
Alright.
is an elevator shaft that we can take all the way down into another part of the oldest house.
Yes, but how do you traverse a downward elevator shaft if you do not have the actual elevator available at your disposal? Well, you can use.
Well, you use the
you could
platform.
use falling.
You use the platforms provided by the oldest house.
That is one way of doing this, which is the safer way. The unsafe way is taking the risk that when you fall all the way down and then use dodge in order to break your fall, that you don't hit one of the ledges by accident, catch it, and then cause falling damage, probably causing you to die.
Spin rate of fire boost.
Hey, we can actually use that. Welcome to the pit. It's hard to see on the map because, kind of like Borderlands, this game cannot tell the difference between a floor that is above or a floor that is below.
Well, yeah, that was a minor problem in Borderlands 2. Not major.
Minor
It didn't
problem.
actually come up often enough for it to be a real annoyance, but.
Area's under quarantine. I wouldn't go in there without talking to Underhill first. Even if you have, I still wouldn't go
Well, boys, you just carry on. I'm going to use my clearance level 4 and unlock a little side mission track.
Do you normally barge into people's private workspaces?
Depends.
She clearly doesn't know who she's talking to.
Your work is my business, you subordinate you.
Because of those his things the Rangers keep going on about. Haven't you people sorted that out yet? The situation down here could spell doom for the Bureau.
Doom!
Correct. Perhaps you could help me. I require samples of various mold strains, and the mold has made the environment far too dangerous for me to fetch them myself.
Really? Mold samples? I thought this could spell doom.
Hey, mold is very corrosive.
And it will, whoever you are.
Yes.
Mold is
Dangerous if inhaled.
before it's
Dangerous if ingested.
Any samples will do that?
No. Samples of 5 unique strains, when blended properly, will allow you to travel deeper into the pit, where I've pinpointed the approximate location of the source.
Yes, those areas in the game that we have found before where you take damage apparently from the environment, a source of damage that can be avoided once you leave the area,
Throughout the threshold.
we can gain immunity to those areas finally. After completing this,
I'm sure it is.
not easy side quest.
Old growth.
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Very long.
Not long enough to understand their inane methodology. They want me to solve the mold, but how is one to solve anything when the basic molecular structure of this fungus is an utter enigma?
It's leaking over from the astral plane.
Sorry, are you asking me?
It's rhetorical. The Bureau wants to control, not comprehend.
Control.
Threshold researcher that's been brought in on a provisional basis to resolve this matter.
That's all you had to say.
You know, some people just, well, I mean, Underhill thinks that we're stupid, and she's only partially right.
Can we take one of the infection suits?
Infection suits. Oh, that's for cool people. We're
Oh.
not cool enough.
The mold produces an enticing aroma to encourage human consumption of itself. It propagates in the chest cavity and quickly subsumes the entire body, seizing control of motor functions. This behavior was not observed when I first arrived, which means the mold is adapted to our presence, targeting our biological imperatives as a way to spread. It is a truly ingenious little thing. Oh, it's a cordyceps. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good video game analogy.
Last of
'cause
Us.
I see. Well, the contracept is forcibly added to human hosts, especially by cannibalism and other sources. Well, in this case, instead of the mold, kind of grabbing you by the shoulders and biting into your neck, causing a game over screen with one-hit death consequences, the humans are enticed to eat the mold because it smells sweet.
Sweet down here. Suddenly I'm really hungry.
Don't eat it.
Tastes.
See, this is a good analogy for controlling oneself in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. 'Cause-
Don't eat the river.
And don't eat also the blueberry. I feel funny! These are human hosts who have been completely consumed by the mold.
An astral blip. Woo.
Yay. Well, they used
were
to be people,
Jesse.
Jesse.
They are no longer
Yes.
people. They are now fungi.
You see, your commentators both agree that you definitely do not want a complete membership to the Fungus Club here, because it kind of sucks. You have to stay down here. You have to live down here. You lose all your friends. You lose ego, consciousness, the ability to control yourself. But you do not even have immunity from the highly explosive fungus clusters that we can find down here, which will also cause damage to you if you stand too close to them.
A paranatural collection.
See, you wish I knew what that achievement meant. That's what, like many of the achievements in this game, because I'm going to go over them on the main screen. Ow. This place is dangerous. I'm already really hurt. And you know what sucks about this place is that until you find the control point, you're going to have a really hard time mitigating damage to your body. Ooh, that looks like fun.
And then
Ow,
you fell
ow,
down the
ow.
cliff.
And in the next part, we're going to give this one a miss for a little bit. Just a bit, though.